Hey there, friends and family. This week we are circling back to social awareness and building on some of the things we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. The last 2 weeks we've talked about our emotions and our stressors and how we deal with those things. And anytime we talk about social awareness, for me, it really boils down to the pursuit of empathy, trying to see things from other people's perspectives. And what we're going to continue talking about is now connecting with other people's emotions. We've been talking about our own emotions and doing some perspective taking for ourselves. We're stepping into perspective taking from someone else's point of view. And that can be a difficult thing. I talk about it all the time when we discuss empathy, is we can't fully know what anyone else feels because we haven't had all their experiences. But we can find common ground. And I think that is so important. A lot of our conversations that came up the last couple weeks when we were talking about our own strong emotional reactions and how our outward behaviors reflect our feelings and the things that stress us out, we got talking a lot about the anxieties that we have and the fears that we have. And one thing it took me a really long time to realize, because especially when I was young, I felt like I was very nervous and very anxious about things and could get overwhelmed by my emotions. And it took me a long time to understand that other people had similar feelings. It's very easy for us to feel like we're on an island, like we're the only one who feels the way we feel. And although no one's ever going to have the exact same experience as us, it's comforting to understand that we do have relatable feelings. Once I first started really understanding and telling myself that, hey, everyone has fears, everyone has anxieties, everyone has things they're concerned about, it made it a lot easier for me to connect with other people and to share how I was feeling as well. So it's a great place to start with empathy. After looking at our own emotions, then trying to say, okay, how do we connect with someone else's emotions? And we're going to tie that in this week with some of the things we're discussing in my visual arts classes, which is the idea of emotion presented to us through art. And when I use the term art, I mean visual arts, music, written word, movies, whatever that might be. That has come up a lot in our discussions when people talk about music as something that I connect to, or when I'm stressed, I play this song, or I read this thing, or I watch this show. It's because great art evokes an emotional reaction. So what I want us to do this week, what I want my students to do, is share with me some piece of art, and that could take any form, that you have had a connection to emotionally, saying, okay, like this feels like it's speaking to me. This tapped into a feeling that I have had. I know I have that with a lot of things. The one that comes to mind right away is I've had the discussion with my brother, the movie Onward, the animated movie, the Disney movie that came out relatively recently, earlier this year. We had a strong emotional reaction to that movie. It's a family movie. We had a strong emotional reaction to it though, because it's about the relationship between brothers and about the relationship between fathers and sons. So it's something that sort of felt like it was written directly for us. So that's what I'm looking for. Tell me about it, and if it's something that, if it's a song, share the song with me, or a specific clip from a movie or something that you can find on YouTube. Share that with me, because I'm interested in knowing what emotion it tapped into for you, how that piece of art hit the right beat for you. Let's continue to think about our emotions. Let's continue to think about how we can connect with other people's emotions. Let's have a wonderful week. Much love.